can you just speak high level from what is it? You said 41 to 45. What were some behavioral changes or changes in decision making that we can trace in Hitler that could be attributed to drugs? Like, how did it change him?
Well, an interesting event is July 1943 in a villa in northern Italy where Hitler meets Mussolini. And Mussolini is basically fed up with the war and he wants Italy to leave the axis of evil. And Hitler is really pissed when he hears that. He knows that's what the meeting is all about. And Mussolini, I mean, the Italians invented that modern type of fascism. And Italy was the role model for Nazi Germany. But by now, Nazi Germany, of course, has been much more powerful. But, Italy is the most important ally. And now Mussolini is like quitting in the middle of the war. I mean, what is going on here? So Hitler becomes, and Morel writes about this quite a lot, he's in a terrible mood. He doesn't want to go. Like, he might lose his, temper, whatever. He's not happy. And that's the day when he receives the Eukodal for the first time. And because he says to Morel, I'm under such stress, I'm not going to go. He threatens, like he calls off the whole thing, like the plane's already waiting in Obersalzberg. Everything is ready. And he says, I'm not meeting this guy. And then Morel gives him Eukodal, and you can see, the time when he gets the Eukodal, and that's when he has this effect for the first time. This like, I can do anything. This is great. I'm gonna explain to Mussolini that he's not gonna leave the war effort. And on the way to the plane, he says to Morel that this Eukodal is really helping him, and he wants another shot, and he receives another shot. So he has quite a lot of Eukodal in him when he speaks to Mussolini, and there's like the people who write the protocol of the meeting, and also other people around. It's not just two people in the room. It's like, I don't know, 15 or 20 people in the room, and a lot of people talk about that meeting in their memoirs. And Mussolini is not able to say one word, basically, because Hitler is so high and so charged. And he's like just telling him the whole time how great this is, what they're doing right now. And of course, it's not possible that you're going to leave, We are in this together from he explains everything, the whole thing for like 2 hours. And Mussolini is just like, it's like, then a messenger comes in and says Rome has just been bombed. He's like he knows he can't say anything, and he stays. So that was very much influenced, that meeting, by his Eukodal, and that's probably because it was so successful in Hitler's eyes. What happened is why Eukodal became a very attractive drug for him. And this was the first time in July 1943. And then, so he didn't take Eukodal through the whole time, It only started in July 43. He started with the regular opioid use. You can see that he takes it more and more regular now. Not every day, but sometimes, like the September 1944, he takes Eukodal every second day, which is like a junkie rhythm. You take it, then the next day you don't take it. Then you take it again.
Why is that junkie rhythm?
You don't take it all the time because you need to, I don't know, relax, or you don't, there's like, you take it maybe Saturday night, you take it, and the high lasts till Sunday morning. And then Sunday, when the high slowly wears off, you sleep, and then you wake up and you're hungry, maybe you eat. And then the next day, Monday, you're going to do it again. So that's this rhythm.
And it was more potent than, what is it, Dolantine?
Eukodal is said to have the best effect. The best in the sense of, it's not about strength. You just increase the dosage and you have a stronger effect, but you can't increase it too much because then you're going to die. That's also the problem with opioids. If you take too much, you're going to die because you just have a heart attack. But
there's nuanced differences that it's hard to convert into words, I guess. Yeah.
Different molecules have different effects. So Eukodal apparently had the best effect. That's why you had the oxycodone epidemic in America, because people take this pill. I mean, thank God they're not injecting it all like Hitler did. They take a pill, so it's not so dangerous as injecting. But apparently the effect is so pleasant of this Eukodal, of this particular type of opioid, that it just is more attractive maybe than Dolantine.